The synthetic data wall. 75% of the public internet is now synthetic content, and the frontier models are starting to choke on their own output. This month, the narrative of infinite scaling met the reality of model collapse. Alphabet's recent technical notes confirm that even 1% synthetic contamination in a training set triggers a measurable decline in reasoning. The industry has spent 3 years flooding the web with AI garbage, and now they are forced to spend billions to buy back the human-made data they originally scraped for free. We are no longer in an era of model competition. We have entered the era of the context monopoly. Verification as the new moat. Reddit CEO Steve Huffman's comments this week calling user data the modern oil isn't just PR filler. It's a pricing strategy for a dying resource. The News Corp deal and Reddit's $60 million yearly API fees represent a massive shift in OpEx from compute to verification. Big tech is no longer buying content for the information itself. They are buying a truth filter to prevent their next-generation models from becoming digital inbreds. If you look at the balance sheets, you'll see a quiet explosion in licensing costs that the companies are trying to hide inside generic research and development line items. And the scramble for proprietary context is only getting more expensive. The Model Context Protocol play. Google's launch of context engineering in May 2026 marks the final pivot from general-purpose AI to highly specific permission data silos. By pushing the Model Context Protocol, the platform owners are building a toll booth between the model and the actual data. This isn't about making the AI smarter. It's about ensuring that the only way to get a reliable answer is to pay for a live, authenticated stream of reality. Think of it like the transition from public libraries to private, high-frequency data terminals. They've realized that intelligence is a commodity, but verified, real-time context is a premium service they can tax forever. And the technical infrastructure for this tax is already being deployed. Apple's local context hedge. Apple's May update to its Siri LLM pipeline reveals a different move. They've given up on the open web entirely. Their current strategy relies on on-device context because it's the only data stream that isn't poisoned by AI-generated noise. While Microsoft and Meta are desperately licensing third-party archives, Apple is weaponizing the one thing they control, your personal, local activity. By processing everything from your messages to your sensor data locally, they avoid the model collapse affecting cloud-based competitors. It's a vertical integration play that treats the internet as a toxic environment. But the trade-off is a massive increase in local compute requirements that will force a hardware upgrade cycle they haven't seen in a decade. The part no one wants to say. The pivot to context as a service is a formal admission that the dream of a self-improving general intelligence has failed due to the pollution of its own training grounds. By linking the Model Context Protocol with proprietary data licensing like the News Corp and Reddit deals, big tech is moving from selling intelligence to selling access to the real world. For investors, the signal is clear. Stop valuing companies based on their model parameters and start looking at their exclusive data rights contracts. The industry operators who win won't be the ones with the most powerful neural networks, but the ones who own the clean, human-generated sources required to keep those networks from hallucinating into irrelevance. Watch for the first enforcement of the EU AI Act's labeling requirements in August 2026. This will be the moment we finally see which companies have been secretly training on synthetic trash and which ones actually have the proprietary moats they claim. The real P&L impact will start there. Subscribe for more.